guys? Gig Stacker. Welcome to day 2 of the 31 Days to Financial Independence by Trent, finding direction in the deep and cleaning up the shallows. If you haven't already seen day 1, make sure you go ahead and check out the description down below, or there will be an annotation up above where you can click on that and watch day 1 as well. When it comes to our time and our money, we spread ourselves way too thin, and this can lead to us being unhappy, unfulfilled, broke, and in debt. And, nobody likes being any of those things. A person's life should be centered around the things that are most important to them. The things that are less important should be cut out, cast away, and set to the side. And in the article, Trent goes really in depth about going deeper on things that you really care about and stepping away from the things that are less important to you, are essential to being successful in your personal finance. And, if we really think about this, with your personal finance, if you're in debt, if you have money problems, and I did in the past as well, the main reason why you got to that point, or the main reason why I got to that point, was because I was spending more than I was earning, right? Or, if I'm just broke and I'm not in debt, then I'm spending everything that I'm earning. I just wasn't focused on the things that were important to me. Every little thing that came by, I would let it pull my attention, and I would let it pull my money, right? So, I'm walking through a store and I see this nice shiny object. I'm gonna, I buy that object. When, if I was really intentional about the things that I put my time and my money into, I would take the time to consider it, and I would realize that shiny new object won't bring me any new fulfillment. Shiny new object won't help my personal finance. Shiny new object won't make my relationships with my friends and family any better. And those are things that are important to me. But, for you, maybe it's the shiny object won't help you to be a better father, or shiny object won't help you to be a better mother, if those are things that are important to you. It is very important that the areas of our lives that are shallow, that we spend way too much time on, that don't really bring us fulfillment, need to realize what they are. And if you created your time list from first day 1 of the 31 Days of Financial Independence, they'll quickly stick out to you. Is it an hour a day of Instagram? Is it 2 hours a day of, YouTube videos that don't help you to fulfill your deep areas of your life? So like if it's YouTube, let's say one of your goals is to earn more money, right? And you're watching my videos, you're watching other videos about how to increase your income, then that is important. It's a deep area of your life, and it's important, and it's worthwhile. But if it's cat videos, it might need to be cut out because it doesn't bring you fulfillment, and it doesn't help you towards any of the deep areas in your life. Also, in day 1, we created a list of the deep areas in our lives, and today what we need to do is we need to drill down on that list and extrapolate it out to a 10-year period, and how we are going to take daily action or weekly action or monthly action to make sure that we accomplish those deep areas in our lives. When I had originally gone through this program, the 31 Days of Financial Independence, I had created my own shallow list, which I actively worked to cut out, and I created a deep list, which I actively worked to promote. After doing this, many months later, it made a huge difference. So I just wanna look at my list here. The shallow areas that I was spending too much time on, that were taken away from the deep areas in terms of my time and my money. This included spending too much time on Instagram, TV, web browsing, YouTube, and Reddit. And in terms of the aspects of those things that don't relate to my deep areas, they've been cut out, like almost completely. And it took a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of practice to stop with those things. For Instagram, I deleted the app, reinstalled it, deleted it, reinstalled it, deleted it, and now it's still deleted. So yeah, so that was good. Web browsing. I don't do that nearly as much as I used to. You know, that would take up hours and hours, you know, every week. Now it's been cut out to, you know, very minimal amount of time. The TV, almost rarely watch TV these days. And Reddit, for the most part, I only get on Reddit if I'm going on to learn new things that relate to my deep areas in life, or if I'm going on to answer questions and help people that are, you know, in areas that I have expertise in. And as for the deep areas that I shifted my attention to, that was friends and family, gaming, becoming FI, teaching personal finance, and finding time to just veg out. And this is another thing that's very important. And I learned this from a audiobook on habit formation and how to get rid of bad habits. Pretty much what the author there said, and I find it to be true as well, is that it's very difficult, near impossible, to just get rid of a habit. But what you can do is to shift it to something else. So instead of saying, I'm going to stop using Instagram, I would say, I'm going to shift the time that I would want to use Instagram into creating videos. Or I'm going to stop looking at all these random subreddits on Reddit. Instead, when I get the urge to get on Reddit, I'm going to make sure that I'm logged into my Gigstacker account and go to the subreddits that are a part of the deep areas of my life. So that'll be personal finance subreddit, the subreddit for financial independence, the subreddit for the carriers of Reddit, you know, things of that nature, where I can learn things and have something to contribute. And then again, once we have this deep list, you know, whether it's 5 or 10 items, we need to drill down into it and create a specific 10-year goal of how you will be able to push these deep areas of your life, you know, daily, weekly, monthly. And I'll just give you guys one example of what, you know, of something that I've done that has helped me out significantly. And so just for the friends and family, I will regularly reach out to my closest friends and family to lend an ear or frugally enjoy time with them over the next 10 years. And so for that, you know, it's pretty simple to go through my contacts list and say, okay, I haven't talked to this person in a while, and I'm going to give them a call. Hey, how's your life doing? How's everything going? Is there anything I can help with in terms of giving advice? Or, you know, I would like some advice on this particular thing, and that just helps to foster this good, strong, healthy relationship. Another deep area of my life that was pretty important to me when I first wrote this out was helping people to realize that there's more to life than living paycheck to paycheck. And so I started by, you know, talking to my close friends and family, but I realized that not all of them are really interested in it. So I figured it would be better to put it in a format on the YouTube channel where people can find it on their own, and if they're interested and they watch it, and I'm not forcing it on anybody. Another, you know, specific 10-year plan for my deep areas was my goal to become FI, or financially independent, pretty much where you get to the point to where your money makes enough money to cover your cost of living. And so what I wrote here for, you know, the specifics on it is that I will develop realistic budgets and stick to them, which will get me close to FI within the next 10 years. My savings rate will need to be close to 70% to achieve this. This will be done by decreasing my expenses while increasing my income. And with that, you guys get the idea on how to go about getting very specific in terms of how in the next 10 years you will accomplish these deep areas, how you will focus on these deep areas. And again, getting rid of the shallow areas and shifting them into the deep areas is a great way to do this, because bad habits, you know, it's very difficult to just cut them out. But if you shift them to something else, when you get the urge to do that bad habit and shifting it to a good habit, it's like killing two birds with one stone. It's a really good way to go about improving your life. You might be wondering, how all this relates to personal finance, how it's going to help you get out of debt. It's quite simple. If one of your goals is to get out of debt, and that's one of the deep areas in your life, then, or let's say becoming FI and getting out of debt as part of becoming FI is a deep area of your life, cutting out the things that aren't as important to you to focus on the things that are important to you, whether that's your family, your friends, your kids, your parent, taking care of your parents, or whatever is important to you, doing those things and shifting away from the things that are less important, it's going to help you with your money, and it'll happen pretty quickly. Just spend the time to work on it. Also keep in mind, when you create this list should be a living document, which means that when you write it originally, your life at that point in time is going to be reflected. One thing that I know for certain, is that things change over time. The person I am today, the person you are today, isn't necessarily the person you're going to be in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years. So what you want to do is, revisit this video, or, down in the description, you can see the actual article for the, that was written by Trent Ham. Revisit that, look at it, go back through your list, and if things need to be removed or things need to be added, do that. Check it maybe, once every month, once a year, whatever works for you. But make sure that this is something that is a living, breathing document that changes with the person that you are. This has been day 2 of the 31 Days to Financial Independence by Trent Ham. Article going to be in the description down below, so totally check that out. Also, I'm going to be doing an audio version of the article if you'd like to listen to the entire article instead of reading it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification button if you haven't already. There's going to be a new video every single day for the month of December, covering the 31 days to financial independence, one new day on each new day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can check them out right here.